The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in a ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, but no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. I'ma run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, stay by my side.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Green Bay Packers.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between our visitors and the Green Bay Packers. This will be taken in at the 1. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now it's Rodgers. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
They go play action here on 1st down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dean Lowry in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Well, the offense has moved the ball pretty well on this drive, but now the defense are bowing their neck up a little bit, aren't they?
Yeah, not only are they bowing it up, but I think they took a little bit of a gamble there because on 2nd down, they sent people after him and got him, and that puts them in a pretty good spot now to bring up a 3rd and long.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. The Charger drive about to get going. First carry for a Kenosha native and former Badger, Melvin Gordon. Look at those stick skills. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Able to get this to Gordon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready! 380! Oh, you got deep? Double tight, guys, double tight.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a play fake here on first down. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 48 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
We got 4. We got 4.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Get 300. Get 300. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Mike 50.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
It's got to the point when we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Throwing is Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On second down, Williams. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Packers pick it up.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point? Whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
Exactly. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it?
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Under 10.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Rodgers now on first down. Dancing to his left. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And a fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When he'd line up, go ahead and, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Going deep here for Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker and run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Jones has it. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
31 to Mike.
Rodgers throwing again. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a score.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to cloud them a little bit.
The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This is taken near the 13. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by AceHere1's. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Capitalize on this one.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers going deep here for Allen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 3rd down, Rivers going deep for Benjamin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Rush in. Back.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
Four down, four down, four down. Shift! Watch the shift! Watch the beginning!
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Safe. Hey, where are you going?
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the fourth down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on fourth down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and it
only takes off with it. It's a fake. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a two-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on, don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smells terrible. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out first and 10 at their own 18. Here's Gordon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the
and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you get the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
To throw on second and 10, Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger, Craig, Tom.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at that time, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Ty Long now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Urban to return. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Rodgers rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to it after the pick six. Rivers. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Play fake. Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Rivers now. He'll get this to Eckler. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Oh, look at this play call. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Anthony Lynn went for it but did not get it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Justin Jones there on the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And Adams has it. Complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you you talk about the three phases of the game, defense, offense, special teams, it's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 7, Rivers gets it to Gordon. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Rivers to throw it. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big...
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now Crosby for the point after. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Steps away. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tremont Williams. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college. And our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put up.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is.
And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And a fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expects.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tremont Williams. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
You don't want none. Give it. Pick up. Jump out.
Rodgers looking to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away.
Brings up second and 10.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
It's our time.
Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving.